that the first you heard of it?
Terence Crawford, great fighter. I very huge respect to him. I think so. He's the best pound for pound fighter. But if he will move up, he can beat Canelo.
You think so?
Yeah. But I don't know how he will be comfortable.
Terence Crawford has faced yet another warning as his potential fight with Canelo Alvarez inches closer to reality. Many boxing experts are strongly advising against it, calling it a risky and unnecessary move for Crawford to pursue such a challenge. They believe he's stepping into dangerous territory by taking on a battle outside his weight class. Despite their concerns, the former undisputed welterweight champion remains determined, ready to push his limits and solidify his legacy as one of this generation's greatest fighters.
Is the skill level of Crawford equalize the weight, in your opinion?
I think if they fought, they'd obviously be the same weight, would they not?
Yes.
So, yes.
Tyson Fury, despite recently losing to an opponent nearly 50 pounds lighter, has offered his take on Terence Crawford's potential fight with Canelo Alvarez. Speaking to TNT Sports Boxing, the former two-time world heavyweight champion emphasized that weight would be the key factor. Fury believes Crawford might have stood a better chance years ago in a lower division, but favors Canelo at super middleweight, where the fight is expected to take place. At 168, I'd pick Canelo. At 140, I'd pick Crawford. But at this weight, I'm going with Canelo, Fury concluded.
We're going from 47 to 68.
Maybe he would bring Canelo down to 60 or 54 or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a favorite?
Canelo Alvarez has firmly ruled out dropping weight, aligning with Terence Bud Crawford's goal to push himself to the limit by moving up to 168 pounds minus 14 pounds heavier than his last fight. While Crawford seems eager to make the fight happen, Canelo has stated he's open to it only for the right price. The significant weight disparity has sparked debate in the boxing world, with Mike Tyson echoing concerns about the challenges this poses for Crawford.
Who knows? That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no? I'm just saying, man. We can't say it's not going to happen.
I don't like that fight, Mike Tyson said on the Come and Talk to Me podcast on September 20. It's too much weight for Crawford. He had a tough fight with Israel Madrimov because Madrimov was big and awkward. He shouldn't have even fought him. Tyson's concerns hold weight as Crawford faced one of his hardest challenges against the undefeated Madrimov. Despite being 5'8", taller than Canelo, Crawford's wiry frame may leave him sacrificing mass and strength in heavier divisions. Still, Crawford remains confident that he knows his body and what it's capable of handling.
About Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And
the key is knowing the right time for your body to move up in a healthy way, Crawford told Yahoo Sports before his fight with Madrimov. I moved up in weight because I wanted to fight the best guy in the division. Crawford's ambition as a professional fighter is undeniable, and he may soon get the chance to chase all-time greatness against Canelo. A victory despite the weight disparity would not only solidify his legacy, but also elevate his standing among boxing's all-time greats.
he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky, yeah.
Brian and Bomac McIntyre, Terence Crawford's trainer, revealed that the fight is likely to take place during one of Canelo Alvarez's preferred fighting seasons, Cinco de Mayo weekend or Mexican Independence Day.
That was at 154 pounds. When you look at that fight, what is in your mind if you think about the concept of him fighting Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds?
Get the legs in some shape, man.
According to Terence Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, plans are underway to schedule the fight around the Cinco de Mayo celebration. Turki Alaki and other parties involved are working to make the fight a reality, ensuring both fighters secure massive purses in what could be the most anticipated matchup for boxing fans. McIntyre, who has guided Crawford to world titles in 4 weight divisions, aims to lead him to another historic moment against Canelo Alvarez.
In some shape, make sure the legs are in good shape, because you have to side movement.
Is that a fight you would recommend for him?
Terence Crawford secured his place as ruler at 154 ULBs by defeating Israel Madrimov and is now setting his sights on a showdown with Mexican icon Canelo Alvarez. While Crawford has already achieved greatness in boxing, a victory over Canelo would mark his biggest accomplishment yet. The super middleweight champion has only suffered 2 losses against Dimitri Bivol and Floyd Mayweather. If Crawford and Canelo face off, Crawford's trainer, Brian McIntyre, plans to study the Bivol fight closely. He made Canelo move his feet. "If the fight happens, that's the fight I'd go back and watch," McIntyre said on the Luke Thomas YouTube channel.
It's real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that. Hey, Terence gonna get in there and do what he needs to do. Perform.
"I'd also study Mayweather versus Canelo," said Crawford's trainer, as reports from World Boxing News suggest Crawford is on a short list of potential opponents for the Mexican superstar. Despite months of speculation, Crawford remains determined to make the fight happen, willing to move up 2 weight classes to prove his dominance. Aware of the physical disadvantage, Crawford acknowledges size will be a key factor but remains confident in his ability to adapt and impose his style. Some analysts, however, are skeptical about his chances at super middleweight, citing his less-than-dominant points win over Israel Madrimov at super welterweight as a cause for concern.
For boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was going to beat Spence. It's real simple. Real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that.
Despite lingering doubts, a potential clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford has captured the attention of boxing fans worldwide. The combination of power, speed, technique, and charisma from both fighters promises an unforgettable spectacle. Canelo has traditionally fought twice a year, in May and September, aligning with major Mexican celebrations, and is expected to maintain this schedule. With David Benavidez, the WBC mandatory challenger at 168 pounds, showing little interest in finalizing a bout, Crawford has emerged as a compelling option for Canelo's first fight of the year.
Now, are we still waiting for that second fight to happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. They still got to work things out and see where they go from there.
I know Tim's reasoning before the run-up as an opponent. What do you think Crawford would do?
Although the potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford seems more driven by media hype than actual competition, given Crawford's 154 super welterweight status, both Crawford and his trainer, Turki Alec, are working to persuade Canelo to accept the bout. Crawford is reportedly asking for $150 million to make the fight happen. However, considering the lack of excitement around a Crawford matchup and the ongoing evasiveness regarding a fight with David Benavidez at 168 libs, Canelo may have other intriguing options to start 2025. One name that has surfaced is Christian Emmel, a 29-year-old Frenchman with an undefeated 28-0 record, who recently defeated Sergey Derevyanchenko and could be a contender for the WBC title. A potential opponent for Canelo Alvarez that was ruled out in September is William Skull, the 23-0 IBF challenger, after the organization stripped Canelo of his undisputed title for refusing to fight the Cuban. Boxing News suggests a couple of natural super middleweight options for Canelo. One is Diego Pacheco, a 23-year-old with a 22-0 record and 18 knockouts, who is a contender for the WBC and WBO titles. However, Pacheco's next fight is on January 25 against Steven Nelson, 20-0 in Las Vegas. Another option is Cuban fighter Osley Os, a 27-year-old with a 13-0 record and 12 knockouts, currently building his career with the International Boxing Organization.
Making his own catch weight for years. You know, Canelo fought a smaller Mayweather. Canelo fought a smaller Amir Khan.
Yeah, he did at 155.
As fans eagerly await official confirmation of Canelo Alvarez's next fight, there seem to be few viable options for him, aside from a potential rematch with Jamie Munguia, which appears unlikely following Munguia's loss to Bruno Suarez. For now, much of the information surrounding Canelo's future opponent remains speculative, with Terence Crawford being the most concrete and realistic possibility. Despite the lack of an official announcement, the buzz is undeniable. A few hours after rumors spread, Boxing Insider and ES News founder Eli Sek also suggested the fight could be the biggest event Las Vegas has ever seen. While details are still unclear, the anticipation is palpable. In the meantime, we asked ChatGPT-4 to predict how a fight between the two might unfold, and Here's what it had to say.
I don't know if Canelo can. That's a big boy, man. I don't care. The skills is you gotta really have the right.
According to ChatGPT, the highly anticipated fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is likely to take place in late 2025, with September being the most probable date. This timing aligns with Canelo's tradition of fighting around Mexican Independence Day on September 16 and gives both fighters enough time to build hype and prepare, potentially with a tune-up fight beforehand. The fight is expected to take place at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, given its significance. Set for 168 libs, super middleweight, where Canelo reigns, Crawford will be moving up from light middleweight to pursue undisputed status in a third weight class. The bout is predicted to be billed as a clash of two pound-for-pound greats, with Crawford's dominance at 147 libs and Canelo's reign at super middleweight setting the stage for a legacy-defining showdown.